Thank you, Rekha ma'am. As has been rightly said, great leaders don't set out to be a leader. They set out to make a difference. It's never about the role. It's always about the goal. I now request.
Check.
Check. I'm sorry for this technical glitch. Ma'am has already reached. What we had planned has already gone out of my hand. But still, ma'am, I request you to please now share some words with us on how our school is working towards fulfilling the vision that we have.
Yes, thank you, Piyusha. And this happens every time. Respected trustee members, invited guests, Kamlesh ji, Pavan ji, Rotarian Hemang Nayak, the President of Rotary Club of Vapi, Mr. Joy Kothari is the Secretary of Rotary Club of Vapi, VI President Kamlesh Bhai, DI President Pavan ji, and all my dear trustee members, Naval ji, Shubhas bhai, Mansukh bhai, Ujjwal bhai, Vipul bhai, and my dear husband, Snehal. Good evening and namaste everyone. And I should start with Jai Hind. Can we say Jai Hind together? Jai Hind. Amazing. Isha Vashyam Idam Sarvam Yat Kincha Jagatyam Jagat Tena Taktena Bhujata. These are the words of the wise sages from the Ishopanishad that cautions us to use the gifts of nature judiciously and preserve them for the prosperity. A school educates its students about the importance of natural resources and their sustainability is the responsibility of everyone. The theme of our annual day, that is Ekyum Mama Bharat, is chosen to awaken the patriotism in our students in connection with the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav and create awareness among people about the conservation and preservation of natural resources. You must have heard about National Education Policy 2020 and Rekha ma'am said a lot about it. I think those were the only few outreach programs which Rekha ma'am shared. If we start sharing all outreach programs, I think it will take another 2 hours to explain our outreach programs. And I think few co-scholastic activities were displayed during our exhibition Kalash region before, I should say, few months. How many of you attended that Kalash region? How many of you visited our Kalash region? Amazing. So I think you have seen how children learn at VPS and how the subjects are integrated. It is not separated. So it's amazing learning which we wanted to showcase to the parents so that they understand how the learning happens at school. And at Kalash region, I think we had observed so many activities and all this is happening in our regular school timing. So that's very important that we are doing it in school timings during the same hours of working of school. And these are few things which National Education Policy has already recommended to incorporate in the curriculum and which we are doing since long. And the good news, let me share this. For class 11th and 12th, we are giving 3 subjects more are art, PE, and home science, which will help children to excel in the field. Yes, you can clap for that. And yes, my dear parents, you must be knowing in class 9th also, we give option of economics and EVS. Math, in option of mathematics, the child can take economics, and in option of science, the child can take EVS. And this will help the child to do better in the field which they like. Because sometimes it happens children don't like to study mathematics and science. They want to go for commerce, humanities, but they are forced to do mathematics and science in class 9th and 10th. So, this helps to build the foundation if we give economics and EVS to the students who wants to go for commerce and humanities. So I think VPS has given a great platform to students to select the subjects, and I request parents that see to it when this selection of subjects are given, don't just run around after the subjects which are taken by everyone. साइंस लेना है, मेडिकल में जाना है, इंजीनियरिंग करना है, बस ये दो ही स्ट्रीम्स दिखती है. अभी थोड़ा CA आ गया है, राइट, लॉ आ गया है, बट parents, as a parents, we are not aware about the I should say careers and streams what children can go select. So I would request parents that help children, and here at VPS we have career guidance and counseling cell where all teachers of class 8 to 12 are members of this cell, and they will be able to guide the children which subjects they want to take, how they can excel in those subjects. And my dear parents, let me tell you that teachers know the child very well as they refer to the pen pictures of the previous year. They know the child, like what the child is good at and what the inclination, their inclination is towards like arts, like humanities, commerce or science. So my dear parents, please spare little time with your children, and you can come to school with prior appointment and get help of the counseling cell. Along with the subjects, we are adding two more things which is already recommended by NEP, that is augmented reality and coding. Augmented reality, I think you must not be aware, is like when children are studying, yes, you can clap, this team knows what is augmented reality. It's like when in a class, when children are studying, you can show the real lion, real animals, real, forest, underwater. And this is already implemented at our preschool, Live the Way to Grow. And we are starting here from 2023. We will be implementing for lower classes. And coding will be from class 6th onwards, which is mandatory. That is, robotics. You must have heard about robotics, isn't it? That requires coding. So part of it we have already started with full-fledged. We are starting in 2023-24. Yes, let me come back. Sustainability improves the quality of our lives, protect our ecosystem and preserves natural resources for future generation. And hence it is required to be added as a part of the curriculum. And today you all must be seeing how it is incorporated in our annual day. I think Rekha ma'am spoke about 21st century skills. Can I have the slide, please? Yes, you can see what are the 21st century skills. Our children are already in 21st century, isn't it? So they need all the skills, and which we are doing at VPS, and we will be doing it in a more better way in coming years from 23-24. And how we are doing, it is not separately, it is weaved up into the curriculum, the lesson plans, and that is how the skills are developed. Along with this, we have sustainable development goals. We are working on that. That is also a part of our teaching learning process. And you can see the 17 sustainable development goals which are declared by UNESCO, and our country is also part of it. And so we all need to follow, not only the children. And we are glad to announce that from the 17, the school is working on 10 sustainable development goals. I think this requires a clap for all the whole team, I should say. Yes, coming back, counseling. I think we all hear this word very frequently. Am I right? All of you are listening to this word nowadays? Counseling is very important. First, it was only for selection of careers. Now it is for everything, isn't it? Right from physical health to mental health, and then selection of the subjects and selection of the streams, selection of the careers, right? So this is also happening at VPS, as I said previously, that career guidance and counseling team is working on that. And children are receiving all these things through different tea time talks we have. Chai pe charcha. हम professionals को बुलाते हैं, बच्चों से बात करते हैं, and that is how children open up that what they want to become. Sometimes a Navy officer comes, sometimes the Army officer comes. A lot of people must have visited here. I think our parents also have come as a speaker for tea time talk. And lot of activities happen in this counseling session also. We have an in-house counselor. We have few counselors on our board. So on call, we can contact them, and we have frequent meetings to make our systems more better. And let me just share with you that now Vapi Public School is a member of IC3 movement, that is International Career and Counseling for Colleges. This is a movement, and this movement, works for counseling in every school, and every teacher should be a 10% of counselor. We are member of that, and I am also one of the IC3 advocate. And yes, so and thank you. Being an IC3 advocate, I just have started, not using the plastic water bottles for drinking water, this packed water bottles. I avoid that. I have started carrying a water bottle along with me. You can see on my seat there also. And this is how we can reduce usage of plastic, and that is also one of the concern in this era. So how many of you would like to join me with this drive not to use the packed water bottles? Raise your hand. It is a little difficult. Sometimes I have to strive. I am starving without water. It's difficult, but I think if you make up a mind, we can do it. So I think you all can join with this, and maybe the people who are sitting here, this many people, I think around 1,500 people, if we join this movement, we'll be able to reduce so many plastic water bottles, right? I think I have bought a, water jug for my car, so that, I put a 5-liter jug in my car, and I refill my water bottles from that if I'm traveling. So yes, so we are glad to have this, for being a part of IC3 movement. And really, this are one great news I would like to share with you, that we are hosting IC3 Regional Forum on the 2nd Feb at Vapi Public School. And this is happening, only at 20 places in India, and we are the one in Gujarat. So it needs a big round of applause, and for this, I would like to thank the management for giving us a free hand to host such events. It takes a lot of effort, and also I would like to thank my team of leadership team, who is always yes for it, the coordinators. I think this helps us to, take up challenges, because after doing this event of 28th and 2nd Feb, there is no time. But I know everybody is running around, and we will be hosting it in a very good manner. And here we are going to have universities from, our country, and international universities will be coming here. Children will be able to explore different careers, which are, offered by the colleges. And maybe children must have not heard about few careers also. So I would request parents of class 9 to 12 that we have sent a circular on the app. Please see to it that you come and visit this exhibition. And it is not only the exhibition, but we have for principals, counselors, I should say head of the schools and the senior teachers, we are having enrichment sessions which will be engaging and transforming for the principals and teachers. And I'm glad that, principals here, sitting here, have enrolled also for the IC3 Regional Forum. So it's going to be very enriching. And yes, that is how, VPS is different. We believe that with time, we have to change. Change is necessary. We upgrade ourselves, we update ourselves, and we keep our systems also upgraded and updating. I was glad to hear Pawanji asking me, oh, you have NABET? NABET आपके पास है? मैंने बोला हाँ, कब से है? मैंने बोला it is from 2017 and it is hard work of 5 years and then we have reached that. And let me share that we have got the re-accreditation also of NABET is done, and that is very tough. I have seen many schools taking the NABET accreditation and then leaving it because their systems don't run. And a big round of applause for all my team members, I should say my colleagues. A big round of applause, dear ones, because without them, I think that's not possible. A big round of applause for trustees, I should say, to provide us such a beautiful infrastructure. And you must have seen the augmentation of infrastructure. आपने आए तब देखा होगा कि कुछ ना कुछ चल रहा है construction, isn't it? So we are, bringing change. I think upgrading our infrastructure also, and that also, with the help of the trustees. I would like to thank Mr. Naval Bansal and Vipul Kakaria for constantly being here at the school campus and looking at how the infrastructure goes on. And yes, of course, Subhas Bhai, every time I eat his head for the finances and he never says no, okay, go ahead. So thank you so much for that, and let us give them a big round of applause. Yes, and now I should say that, I'm ending my speech because I had planned for 10 minutes. Maybe it has gone 11, 12 minutes. My team must be looking at the watch. So let me end this up with a beautiful, shloka, that is Loka Samastha Sukhino Bhavantu. I think let there be peace throughout the world. And I would like to add on, let us be the part of, maintaining our environment, taking care of our environment. Thank you so much, and Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Thank you. देखो ऐसे है, मेरे स्टार्स हमेशा लोग बोलते हैं, कभी मेरे स्कूल में लोग हैं जो थोड़े स्टार्स देखते हैं. When I start speaking and mic does not work, वो बोलते मैम आपके स्टार्स ऐसे है कि इलेक्ट्रॉनिक आइटम के साथ आपको कुछ ना कुछ तो होगा. बट आज मैं देख रही हूँ वो मेरी टीम के साथ हो रहा है, नॉट विथ मी, आई थिंक. एंड आई थिंक साउंड सिस्टम, आई वुड जस्ट लाइक टू pray for Sajid Bhai, the person who is providing us the sound. Today I learned by calling him because I did not see him in our program today. He is always there, and he met with an accident before on the 6th of this month, and he has got fracture and the plate is there. So I just pray that he gets speedy recovery, and today we have to manage with this because his team has come, and definitely I think the team is learning. Thank you.
Check. Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. I request Ankita Kashani miss to please take up the stage for the next segment of the program. In the meanwhile, I request all the student awardees to please meet Miss Bismi near the front stage. Those students whose parents are going to receive the awards are also requested to please come near the front stage and meet Miss Bismi Bijit along with the students. Thank you.
A very good evening to everyone present here for gracing the event Ekyum Mam Bharata. I take pride and privilege to share that year after year, school has received many awards. Now, it's time to recognize the milestones VPS has achieved over the last 2 years. I request our Director Principal, Dr. Alpa Kotaria, to please be on stage. And the first achievement that we would like to proudly share with everyone is the Art Integration Award from Edu Excellence, achieved under the able guidance of our Director Principal. In this changing world, we promote development with 21st century skills through learning with different art forms and achieving the objectives of learning various subjects. The next in the line is co-curricular activities. Co-curricular activities enhance the leadership and decision-making skills in oneself. We take pride in announcing that VPS is rated a 5-star school for excellence in co-curricular in 2021 from CED. This is for the co-curricular activities where every child gets a chance to participate and enhance their skills. The next set of awards that we are going to share with you all makes us very proud that we are fortunate to be working under the able guidance of Dr. Alpa Kotaria. The history of education is full of many stalwarts, and we are proud to have one amongst us as our Director Principal, Dr. Alpa, who received the Education Stalwart Award in 2021 by Education Today. Our Director Principal truly sets up the model of an institution where she works alongside with teachers to provide support and guidance with systemic and strategic instructions in establishing best practices in teaching, and I am proud to share that she has been recognized by the Edu Excellence as the Instructional Leadership Award. Audience, please, she actually deserves a huge round of applause. Last but not the least for the year, as rightly said by Albert Einstein, in theory and practice are the same. In practice, they are not. I take privilege to share that our Director Principal has been as an ambassador for the most progressive educator and for promoting project-based learning, CREW Award from CREW. I hope Rekha ma'am has already shared about it. CREW is an organization that works for building scientific temperament amongst our young minds and gives them hands-on experience from recognized universities like Harvard. To present the same, I would request Mr. Subhash Kotaria and Mr. Mansukh Kakaria to please do the honors. Sir, please come up on stage. Let's keep applauding. Thank you, Subhash sir and Mansukh sir. I request you to please stay back, and I would call upon stage our headmistress, Mrs. Rekha Sashikumar, to felicitate our guest of honor. Sir, please stay back. This is a small token of love from the VPS family.
As a theme, we are giving plans so that you take this at home and see that VPS is at your home. And along with this, we are giving sparrow nest. Sparrows, we see that they are extinguishing. And let us, keep a sparrow house at our place so that sparrows come and we can see more sparrows in our environment. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Before we move on to the next segment of prize distribution, I request you, ma'am, to please be. Let us first listen to some motivating words from our academic advisor and well-wisher, Dr. Anju Nayak.
Good evening to all the dignitaries present here, teachers, parents and students. I am happy to be associated with Vapi Public School since 2014. I and Dr. Alpa Kutadia, the director principal, started with a mission to make Vapi school more holistic and in true sense. We started working on improving and enhancing the academic process and developed long-term and short-term goals. Many reviews, many PD sessions on teaching learning assessment strategies were conducted. Schools started working on developing standards for accreditation of NABET. I'm glad to see Vapi Public School growing taller and in K-12 school. It has given very good board results with many students scoring more than 90% and above, and this number is increasing year on year. Teachers here are of open mindset, ready to learn, to adapt new and innovative changes in teaching, learning and assessment. I have seen school growing in all dimensions and areas. Sure, it will keep growing more. However, my vision for the school is it should grow horizontally, that is in terms of school strength, so that all the parents and students of Vapi and near Vapi will get the opportunity to study in this Vapi school, which is the best school, as the sky is not the limit for Vapi Public School. I would like to congratulate school for its 21st annual day. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will convey our regards to Anju ma'am, and rightly said, Vapi Public School should be an option in Vapi to get a holistic development. Thank you. I move on to the next segment of awards. As rightly said, achievements of today are the stepping stones for the future ones, and there is no better satisfaction than achievements. We at VPS always ensure to acknowledge and appreciate our students as well as our dear parents who are an integral contributors to our success. I take privilege to begin with the felicitation of our academic toppers of the academic year 2021-22. I would like to invite on stage Shri Kamlesh Bhai Patel, President, Vapi Industrial Association. Sir, please come on stage and do the honors. Let's applaud and welcome our ICSC school topper, Master Dhairya Ankur Pandya, with 96.8% and receive the merit certificate. He is also the subject topper for social studies with 97 marks and computer science with 100 on 100. Let us all give him a huge round of applause for his sincerity and hard work. Please. Now I invite Ms. Chaitra Ishwar Hegde, our ISC science stream topper with 94.4%. Chaitra is also the subject topper in chemistry with 93% and environmental science 94%. Let us all give the loudest applause to her. Thank you, Chaitra. Thank you, Kamlesh sir, for doing the honors. I would request Alpa ma'am to felicitate Kamlesh sir on behalf of VPS family. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Mr. Pawan Agarwal, President, Daman Industrial Association, to come forward on stage and felicitate our achievers. Let us all put our hands together for our ISC Commerce Stream topper, Miss Arya Pradeep Chetlangya, with 96.2%. It is a privilege to share that she is a subject topper in 4 subjects: Commerce 100 on 100, Economics 98%, Accounts 92, and Business Studies with 98%. She truly deserves a very huge accolade for her perseverance. Thank you, sir. Now I request Alpa ma'am to felicitate our guest of honor, Mr. Pawan Agarwal. Thank you, sir. I would like to invite Mr. Nawal Bansal, the managing trustee of the school, to please come on stage and felicitate our achievers, and Mrs. Kavita Bansal as well. It's time to felicitate our humanities stream topper, Miss Palak Nilesh Tanna, with 89%. Palak is also the subject topper in political science with 91%, sociology 96, and psychology 91 marks. A huge round of applause for Palak. Sir, please stay back on stage. I request our headmistress, Mrs. Rekha Sashikumar, to recognize the presence of Nawal sir and Kavita ma'am. It is the time we acknowledge the achievements of our ICSE subject toppers. I invite on stage Naveen sir and his mother to please come on stage. I would like to invite our English subject toppers, and we have 2 candidates, Master Sashwat Kumar and Miss Payal Chaudhary. They both scored 97 marks in English. Let us put our hands together for Master Sashwat. Audience, please keep clapping. It motivates them. Yes. I request Rekha ma'am to please recognize the presence of Auntie and Mr. Naveen, sir. Thank you, everyone. Now I request Mrs. Chetna Kotaria and Mrs. Malti Kakaria to please come together and felicitate our next awardee. Our next awardee is Miss Payal Sirvi. Payal is subject topper for not only Hindi and Science with 97%, but also for Maths with 100 on 100. And we are proud to share that in spite of being Science and Maths subject topper, she has chosen Humanities and dreams to be a lawyer. I request Rekha ma'am to please appreciate the presence of our guests. Now I invite on stage Mr. Vipul Kakaria and Mr. Bhadresh Pandya to please come and felicitate our achievers. Now I invite on stage our subject topper for economics, Ms. Prachi Upadhyay. Prachi scored 97% in the subject and deserves loud appreciations for the same. Let us hear a huge round of applause for Prachi. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I request Rekha ma'am to recognize the presence of Vipul, sir. I take the privilege to call upon stage Mr. Mansukh Kakaria to please come and present the certificate of merit to our subject toppers. Now I call upon stage the subject topper for physical education, Master Ayush Tripathi. He scored 96% in the subject. He truly deserves a huge round of applause. Now it's time to felicitate our environmental science subject topper with 93%, Master Dhruv Patel. Let us all appreciate his hard work. Thank you, sir. I would like to invite on stage Mr. Subhash Kotaria to please come forward and do the honors for our subject toppers. In the ICSE category, last but not the least, let us put our hands together for the versatile artist, Ms. Nandini Sharma. She is the subject topper for arts with 95% marks. Our school infrastructure walls are adorned with Nandini's beautiful paintings. You are most welcome to visit and see them. And many other students as well. Now let's move on to the ISC category. Let us put our hands together for the student with keen quantitative analysis, Master Dhairya Naimesh Patel, who is the subject topper in physics with 96%. Let us all give a huge round of applause for Dhairya. Okay, Dhairya is not there. It's time to felicitate our student with perfect analytical and observational skill, Master Samvad Mehare. He has topped in biology with 97% and computer science with 89%. He deserves loudest applause for his diligence and dedication. Thank you, Subhash sir. I request Rekha ma'am. I take the opportunity to invite Mr. Snehal Kotaria to please come on stage and felicitate our ISC subject toppers. Now I invite on stage our mathematically inclined student, Ms. Krinal Prajapati. Absent? Okay. It's time now to felicitate the word wizards of VPS, proudly announcing the ISC English topper, Master Yash Sharma and Miss Shruti Jaiswal. They deserve a huge round of applause for securing 98% marks in English. Yash father, he's Yash father. Yes, he's Yash father. Audience, please keep clapping. We are proud to share that these children are today not present here because they have taken admissions in their colleges and so they are not here. And they are doing well. It's time to invite on stage ISC Sociology topper, Ms. Tanishka Chaudhary. She scored 96% in the subject. Let us all put our hands together for Tanishka for her dedication. Thank you, Snehal sir. I request Rekha ma'am to recognize Snehal sir with a small token of love. Thank you, sir. Ma'am, you please wait. I take privilege to call upon the stage Mr. Ujjwal Kakaria for felicitating our outstanding student for the academic year 2022-23. We at VPS aim to impart holistic education in every aspect of curricular and co-curricular activities. It's time to honor our outstanding student for the academic year 2022-23. Let us welcome on stage with the loudest round of applause Master Tanishk Nandwana of Class 12 Science, who has been unanimously selected as the outstanding student for this academic year. We take privilege and pride to share that Tanishk is a role model for his peers in behavior, good manners, and is equally excellent in academics, sports, and other activities too. Audience, please keep clapping. It's his dedication and hard work over 14 years in the school. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
I would just like to make an announcement. Ujjwal bhai, you have to be on the stage. I just would like to make an announcement that Tanishk was, our senior KG outstanding student also, and today he's our class 12th outstanding student. So that I can see that, parents in the child have consistently maintained what he was at preschool. Thank you.
Truly said, ma'am. Thank you. We at VPS strongly believe in the power of helping rather than the joy of receiving. Interact Club of Vapi Public School, with their motto, Service Above Self, takes initiative to collect ₹1 per day for social cause along with Yes Youth Club. With the same collection, I am happy to share that we are able to help 2 beneficiaries with sewing machine. I call upon the stage Rotarian Hemang Nayak, President, Rotarian Joy Kothari, the Secretary, Rotarian Naval Bansal, and Rotarian Ujjwal Kakaria to come and please give away the sewing machines to Srimati Kiran Joshi, and Rotarian Bipin Chhajed. Yes, and our Alpa ma'am is also a Rotarian. Rotarian Jai Prakash Shethia. You are please requested, sir, to come on stage. I invite our Interact students, the president and the secretary to come. Vrishika, Mistri and Shainan. श्रीमती सुनीता प्रदीप, सुनीता बेन तमे पण स्टेज पर आवी जाओ। सुनीता बेन आगे जाओ। Shannon and Vrishika hold. Thank you, Rotarians. I request Rekha ma'am to please appreciate the presence of all the Rotarians here. I request Kaushik Bhai to please come on stage. I wholeheartedly welcome Mrs. Ravinder Garewal, Principal of Dr. Vijapat Singhania. Ma'am, please come on stage. And I request our headmistress to recognize her presence with a token of love. Now I request our headmistress, Rekha ma'am, to introduce Mr. Ujjwal Kakaria. And parents of class 1 and 2, you are requested to collect your children from the classes. I request parents of class 1 and 2, you can collect your children from the classes. Thank you.
लेकिन मेरा रिक्वेस्ट है कि बच्चों को लेकर वापस यहाँ आइएगा ज़रूर and you will promise to watch the complete program. So once again, good evening to everyone, a warm welcome, and definitely we were worried for the little cold wave that we had in the last 2 weeks. But thankfully, God is with us, and today is pretty warm. And with that warmth, we take immense pleasure to invite our eminent trustee member, Shri Ujjwal Bhai Kakaria. Let me introduce him shortly, though he needs no special, introduction, as he's a prominent citizen of Vapi, and most of you know him. But definitely, he is a chartered accountant by profession. He's a partner with Kakaria Associates, a chartered accountant firm in Vapi. He's also the past president of Rotary Club of Vapi and still is an active Rotarian. He is blessed with 2 children, and since years he's been residing in Mumbai. So with this small introduction, I now request Sir to share his thoughts about the program, his thoughts, his insights about the school and for the future of the school. Thank you.
Good evening to all of you. After the speech of Alpaben, if somebody is given to speak something, then we always feel a little low. Dear friends, Principal Alpaben, Vice Principal Rekha Madam, teachers and staff, trustees of the school, President VIA, President Daman Industries Association Pawanji, President Rotary Club of Vapi, Secretary Rotary Club of Vapi, Mr. Joy, all my friends here, and the pillar of this school, the parents who have put with all the faith their children over here, and the lovely children here. I also appreciate the presence of Bipin Bhai Chajed. He has come all the way from Bombay. Naveen ji, Naval ji is always there with us, and this school is progressing with all efforts from Naval ji and Vipul Bhai. Mansukh Bhai and Subhash Bhai are always guided to this school, and their precious guidance has always been to the forefront of the progress of the school. This evening, I am not going to speak so much as a speech. We would like to share some few thoughts and some thoughts which I have heard somewhere. Some of you might have heard it already. I have taken this speech from Shri Shri Ravi Rath Shankar's teaching, which I am going to share with you. This is a small story. There was a teacher who had always a habit. Whenever she used to go to the class, she would say first thing in the morning, "I love you all children." But she knew she was lying. She loved all but one child. The child was always untidy. He never had his homework prepared. You must also have this experience many times. He was always called for everything which is not proper in the class. He was made to stand in the class. But still, she would always say, "I love you all children." At the end of the first quarter, she wrote a progress report of the child. And as in our school, there was a practice of sending all progress reports to the principal's office, and principal would read those progress reports and put her remark thereon. When she saw the progress report of one child, she immediately called the class teacher of the school and asked, "The progress report should report some progress of the child. Your progress report about Teddy, the name of the child, will lead their parents to give all the hopes on the child." The teacher said, "I have nothing more to add. There is no progress of the child. Therefore, whatever that is written is true and correct." The principal, as our principal, knew now what to do. She immediately called for the past reports of the child and sent it to the Mrs. Thompson, the class teacher of the Teddy. The class teacher saw the third standard report, wherein the report was stating, "Teddy is the brightest child of the school, and he has been scaling heights year from year." She called for the fourth standard report. In the fourth standard report, first quarter report said, "Teddy's mother has terminal cancer, and she has not been able to provide the attention she had been providing so far." Thereafter, the year-end report said, "Teddy lost his mother to the cancer, and Teddy lost himself. The child needs immediate help, otherwise we will lose Teddy as well." The tears flow through the eyes of Mrs. Thompson. She told the principal, "Madam, I know now what to do. Don't worry, I will take care." The next Monday, again she went to the class and said, "I love you all children." She again knew she was lying. The love she had for all the children, and the love she had, and the love flowing for the Teddy was much, much higher than what she had for the other children. she started taking care of the child. Teddy was called for all the good things. His name was taken for all the better things. He was given a special treatment by the teacher. At the year end, all the children brought some gift for the teachers. There was one newspaper wrapped gift, and by experience, by her knowledge, teacher knew that this gift must be from Teddy. She immediately opened the gift wrapped in a newspaper and saw half-filled spray bottle therein and a bracelet. Many of the parts thereof had been already broken. Some diamonds had already fallen therefrom. She immediately wore the bracelet and sprayed the spray on her body. The entire class was laughing when they saw that this half-filled bottle and half-cracked gift. But she knew that this is from the Teddy, and she wore it. There was a smile on the child's face, and he said, "Now you smell exactly as my mother." The year completed. At the end of the year, Teddy wrote a small note. "I saw many more teachers, but you are the best." Silsila chalta raha in the last year till the last year of his schooling. At the end of the school, again he wrote, "I saw many teachers, but you are the best." Teddy left the school. Years passed. The madam also retired from the school. They lost the contact with each other. Somehow, Teddy found the address of the teacher, and on one fine day, Mrs. Thompson received a letter. "I am getting married on this date, and I cannot dream of marrying without your presence." Mrs. Thompson could not avoid going. She specifically made and she went over there. When she went to the venue, she was trying to sit at the end of the chairs, but the friends and agents of Teddy found her out and brought her to the front. There was a seat with a placard, "Mother." Teddy requested him, "Please take this seat." Mrs. Thompson sat over there through the marriage. After completion of the marriage, they went to bow the teacher, and Teddy introduced the teacher to his wife and said, "If Mrs. Thompson would not have been there, I would not have been there." By now, Teddy was Dr. Theodore. He had achieved his PhD by that time. Listening to this, Mrs. Thompson said, "Had Teddy not been there, I would never have been a mother. I would always remain a teacher." The teachers have to be mother first and then teacher. In this theory, we find that there could be one Teddy everywhere in all your schools, in any of the classes. From Monday onwards, whenever you go to the school, I would request my teachers to find out if there is any Teddy, he needs any help. With your help, if you become mother to the child, the mother may become Theodore. Therefore, this is a request to all the teachers and principal to become mother first and then teacher. And similarly, we parents many times only parent our children, but be real mother and see if there are any, if you find early warnings, and teachers can find out the early warnings first. Principal and teachers, they recognize the problems of the child more than their mothers and parents can do. If we, as parents, as trustees, we find any student who needs a help, and if we do this help, then it would be a real service to the students. Otherwise, there are many schools, they give education, but if we can go beyond education and not only teach, but nurture the students, that would be the great service that if we can do to the students. This story, Alpa madam must have heard. This is from C.C. Ravi Shankar's story, and many of you might have heard, but even at the cost of repetition, I thought I should be sharing with you. And this is the organization where there are teachers who are already working as mothers, but I would like to stress today, to be more mother than to teachers. At this juncture, I would also like to thank the parents who have put faith in our school, in our teachers, in our principal, and our students who have always been the best. The teacher here said that our school should be an option. No, our school should be the first. If there is no admission to this school, then the child should opt for some other school. That height should be achieved, and we hope that with the help of Rekha madam, principal madam, and all other staff, will be able to definitely achieve that standard of first. Alpa madam, thank you. Thank you all the teachers. At this juncture, today we remember Kanubhai. He was supposed to be here as the chief guest, but because of the pressing needs at the national level and the state level, he could not make it today. But he is always with us, always helping us, and always inspiring us. So we thank you, Kanubhai, even in your absence here. We feel your presence and we feel your blessings and love for our school. Thank you very much. We meet again and hope to see you all again and again in this forum. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ujjwal sir, for those wonderful words, and definitely the story. As you rightly said, we have heard it before, and we used to read it out to our teachers at the beginning of academic year, some years ago. But this is a promise that we make today on behalf of the teachers and on behalf of everyone as a headmistress, that definitely we will be mothers. I will not say we'll try to be mothers, but we promise to be mothers first and teachers next. Thank you so much, sir.